Hello everybody, this is your main man Keith here from Keith Plays PS4 927. Happy Monday afternoon to all my awesome viewers on this awesome channel. We're in episode 2 of our Denver Nuggets NBA 2K22 Series 1 of Road to the NBA Finals. So, we lead the series 1-0 over the Portland Trail Blazers, and I'm predicting that if the Denver Nuggets make the NBA Finals, our opponent will be the New York Knicks. So I'm really excited to see what the result will be. So that's going to be an exciting series for Denver to watch, obviously, with Jeff Green, Nikola Jokic, Aaron Gordon, players like that. So he had 62 points last episode, Nikola Jokic. He's the main man of the franchise, and he's been league MVP for a certain amount of seasons now. He's been in this league for a certain amount of seasons, and he has been a really good pro basketball player. So we're going to show you the uniforms, and we'll see you into tip-off. Alright, so the Portland Trail Blazers are going to be wearing their black icon uniforms on the road in Denver. So the Denver Nuggets are going to be wearing their classic away 2008 to 2016 powder blue uniforms, which I really like the coloration of for Denver. I wish they would bring them back. But anyways, we're moving on. We'll see you guys at tip-off. Alright, it is tip-off time here at the Ball Arena in Denver. So the Denver Nuggets have won. Aaron Gordon passing this off to Nikola Jokic. So Jokic gets that in there for 2. So it's a 2-0 Denver Nuggets lead. Eric Bledsoe gonna pass that off to Jokic, and then passing it to Justice Winslow. Bledsoe is gonna get the assist there. So Will Barton, I'm gonna pass that off to Jeff Green. And Jeff Green gets that in there for 2 points. So it's now 4-2 Denver. And Eric Bledsoe, he has possession of the basketball for the Nuggets. And for the Trailblazers, excuse me. There is a backcourt violation. His right foot was stepped on the line there. So now I'm going to pass it around to Jeff Green and then Nikola Jokic from Serbia. He did win a silver medal back in the 2016 Summer Olympics in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. But Team USA won the gold, so there's nothing you can complain about, really. But he is a really talented basketball player. Lillard losing the basketball. Lucky he recovered it in time, because if he didn't, then it would have been another backcourt violation for the Portland Trail Blazers. So Jokic doing that Euro step slam, and it's going to be a 9-4 Denver lead. And now Portland losing the basketball, and I'm going to pass it off to Jokic. So Jokic is going to do another slam dunk. Back-to-back dunks for Nikola Jokic, who had 62 points last episode. Losing the basketball again. He's going to dunk for the 3rd time in a row. Imagine this guy winning the NBA award for most slam dunks in a slam dunk contest. I mean, he's going to pass it. Jokic passing it to Winslow, so it's now 13-6. So I'm going to pass it off to Aaron Gordon. And Gordon gets that in for 2 points, so it's going to be 15-6. Both teams, surprisingly, are at 100% in field goals. So now Justice Winslow going to pass that to Nurkic, and it goes out of bounds. The Trailblazers still have possession of the basketball, so we got to play some defense here. We got to play some D. So now they're going to pass it to number 24 there. So now Nikola Jokic, Monte Morris going to pass that to Nikola Jokic. And now Jokic gets this one in for 2. It's now 17-8. Alright, now Anthony Simons passing it off to Damian Lillard. So Damian Lillard going to pass it to Anthony Simons. Lillard for 3. And it's now going to be a 17-11 lead. So now I'm going to pass it off to Aaron Gordon and then some Nikola Jokic. So Jokic, he's going to step back. And I think he's going to get at least 2 points. And he does. So he has 15 points today. 3 dunks. And the Trailblazers are going to take a timeout. We're going to take a short break. Alright, 15.9 seconds to go. Anthony Simons, what is he going to do? Is he actually going to pass it to Ben McLemore and then back to one of their players? So it's now 14-23. I'm going to pass it to JaMychal Green. Unfortunately, he doesn't get the 3 to end the first quarter. But on the positive side, we're leading by 9 points. Since we won tip-off in the first quarter, Portland has it for quarters 2 and 3. Anthony Simons losing the basketball, then picks it back up. And then Anthony Simons, he is going to go in the paint there, but then he passes it to a teammate. Simons will pick up the assist. So now Monte Morris going to pass it over to Bryn Forbes, and then we're going to use some DeMarcus Cousins, passing it to Bryn Forbes, and then Monte Morris. Morris knocks down that 3 from behind the arc, so it's now 26-16. And now Anthony Simons dribbling the ball. What's he going to do? Knocks down a 3, so it's now 26-19 at this point of the game. So we're up by 7 points. We're going to knock it downtown from Monte Morris. So it's going to be 29-19 at this point. Ben McLemore for Portland passing it to Anthony Simons. So Simons, he's going to knock down a 3. And it's now 29-22. Simons going to pass it off to Bryn Forbes. And now Bryn Forbes is going to get this one in. So it's now 31-22. We're actually going to take a small break. Alright, it is now 33-25. Austin Rivers, the son of current Philadelphia 76ers head coach Doc Rivers, passing that off to Jokic. And that is going to be an assist for Austin Rivers. So it's now 35-25. Nurkic passing it to Lillard. What is Lillard going to do? He's going to pass it to Eric Bledsoe. So Lillard's going to pick up the assist there. And now we're going to pass it off to Jeff Green. So Jeff Green gets that one in for 2 points. So it's now 37-27. Eric Bledsoe with the possession. So where is Eric Bledsoe going to go? Losing the basketball. Going to pass it to Michael Porter Jr. And then I'm going to pass it off to Jokic intentionally. So Justice Winslow makes a dunk. So now I'm going to pass it to Nikola Jokic. So now Jokic, what is Jokic going to do? He's going to knock down a 3 from behind the arc. So it's now going to be 40-29 at this point. So Damian Lillard, it is Dame time here in Denver for the Trailblazers. So next episode, they're going to be in Portland. So out of bounds, Portland still has possession. So now Justice Winslow going to pass that to Nurkic. So Nurkic gets that one in. So it's now 21.7 seconds to go. I'm going to pass it off to Nikola Jokic. Gets that one in. So it's now 42-31 at this point. 18 seconds to go here in Denver. So Dame Lillard losing that basketball, and it is Austin Rivers picking it back up, passing it to Jokic, and Nikola Jokic gets that in. So there's only 7.7 seconds to go here in Denver for the first half, and the Trailblazers are not going to make this three-pointer from half court to end the first half. So Denver is up 44-31. Alright, so beginning of the third quarter, Nikola Jokic, 26 points in the first half. And he was really outstanding. I mean, I thought he had like 37, from what I understand, 37 points in the first half last episode, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm going to pass it off to Michael Porter Jr. So Porter Jr., there's a foul on him, and there is a shooting foul. So Michael Porter Jr. is going to the free throw line, makes that first one in. Will he get the second one in for the Denver Nuggets? Yes, he will. So it's now a 13-point Denver Nuggets lead. That could have been a three-pointer opportunity, but unfortunately it wasn't. So now Nurkic, where is he going to pass it to, or will he just go directly to the hoop? Offensive 3-second violation, so he had no choice where to shoot it from. He didn't know where he was going to pass it to, or whom he was going to pass it to, or just shoot it in. But unfortunately, that gave us possession of the basketball. So Denver is up 48-33. So Eric Bledsoe doing a nice spin move there for the Portland Trailblazers. So now Eric Bledsoe, what is he going to do? Is he going to pass it to Nurkic? So Nurkic against Jokic misses that. And Michael Porter Jr. is going to pass it to Morris, and then Jokic for three. And it's now going to be 51-39 at this point. Damian Lillard with the basketball. So Dame Lillard and the Trailblazers taking a timeout there. Alright, it's now 53-35. 2:14 to go. The break is over. And there is a foul on Nikola Jokic. It's a reach-in foul. So now Justice Winslow, where is he going to pass it to? He's going to pass it to his teammate there. Gets that in for two. So it's now 53-38. So I'm going to pass it off to Nikola Jokic. And Jokic making the slam there. And he has 4 dunks on the day, Nikola Jokic. And they're up by 17 with 1:51 to go in the third. Anthony Simons, what's he going to do? Knock down a 3 from downtown for Portland. So it's now 55-41. So Michael Porter Jr. passing it to Jokic. Jokic's 5th dunk of the game. So now Anthony Simons losing the basketball, but then it goes out of bounds. Portland has possession with 1:30 to go in the third quarter. And we're ready to play some D here. And now it's Ben McLemore losing the basketball, but then a teammate picks it up, makes the dunk there. Denver is taking a timeout. Alright, now JaMychal Green is going to pass it to Bryn Forbes, and I'm going to pass it off to Jeff Green. So now Jeff Green, he's going to get that in for 2 points, so it's now 59-43. And the Trailblazers bench is outscoring the Denver Nuggets bench by 8 points, so I think this might be the first time in any of our NBA 2K Road to the NBA Finals franchise that this has ever happened, that our opponents had more bench points than us. So usually we have the more bench points, especially with the Los Angeles Lakers, them mostly being bench players, sometimes being the player of the game, if you know what I'm talking about. So 15-point lead here for the Nuggets, so they get this one in for 2. So now Bryn Forbes, I'm going to pass it off to Aaron Gordon. So now Aaron Gordon going to knock this one from downtown behind the 3. And it's now 64-48. So it's a 16-point Denver lead. So Portland does not want to give up. And Anthony Simons misses that. Michael Porter Jr. picks up that rebound. So he gets this in. So it's now 66-48. Damian Lillard with the possession of the basketball. Where is he going to head it towards? So it's JaMychal Green picking up the steal. There is a foul. Damian Lillard. So shooting foul, so this means JaMychal Green's going to go to the free throw line. And it's going to be 69-48, 10.6 seconds to go. We'll see ends in the fourth. All right, your safe arm assist of the game is coming right up for the Denver Nuggets. So now it was actually Damian Lillard of the Portland Trail Blazers thinking where he's going to go. And he passed it to Nikola Jokic, Campazano, and Jokic made the dunk there. So Campazano had the assist. So now I'm going to use some Morton and then DeMarcus Cousins and then some Monte Morris. And DeMarcus Cousins going to pass that around. And DeMarcus Cousins is going to pick up the assist there. A 23-point lead. Damian Lillard trying to cut that down. Will Barton picking up the assist. And Monte Morris getting that in there for 2 points. So it's now 76-51. So now they're dribbling Damian Lillard. He does not want to lose an opportunity at missing another field goal opportunity. So what is Lillard going to do? He's just probably going to dribble, pass it to a teammate, and Lillard is going to pick up the assist. So we're actually going to take a break here. All right, so now Michael Porter Jr., we just had a minor depth chart change. And now Nikola Jokic gets that in there for 2. So it's now 78-54. 37 points for Nikola Jokic. That is, to my calculations, less than about 25 points less than he scored last episode. And that was the points that he scored, I think, within the first half, if I'm not mistaken. And I'm going to pass it off to Jeff Green. So Jeff Green's going to knock down it from 3. It's now 81-56 at this point. So there's 2 minutes, 20 seconds to go. Damian Lillard, what's he going to do? He's going to score that in for 2 points. So it's now 81-58. So now Jeff Green, he's going to get this in for 2. Justice Winslow has a shooting foul, so this means Justice Winslow is going to go to the had the shooting foul, and it is Jeff Green that goes to the free throw line, and it's now 84-58 at this point. So now Damian Lillard has possession of the basketball. So what is he going to do? He's going to knock this from downtown, and he makes it in. So it's now 84-61. I'm going to pass it off to Jokic. So now Jokic getting this in for 2 points. So it's now 86-61. Denver's up by 25. We're actually going to take a short break. All right, so now Nikola Jokic is your player of the game for the Denver Nuggets. I will explain the numbers after the episode. So there's now 47 seconds to go. Nikola Jokic, there's a foul. It's on Portland. It's a shooting foul. So now what will Nikola Jokic do? Will he actually get this one in? Unfortunately not, because at least they're winning this game by 20 points. So what will... I think it's Dame time. They're going to knock this one down from 3. So it's now 88-71. Now I'm going to use Michael Porter Jr. and then some DeMarcus Cousins. So now DeMarcus Cousins, we're going to try to do a logo shot challenge from the arena's name. And now there's 20-some seconds to go. And your Denver Nuggets win it for the second night. For the second episode in a row, we're just going to dribble it out. 12 seconds, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1, win. Denver wins it for the second playoff game in a row. So Denver leads the series 2-0 over the Portland Trail Blazers. All right, Nikola Jokic, 41 points, 2 steals, 1 block, 5 dunks. 3 of them were back-to-back-to-back. So he deserves to be player of the game, and I like Nikola Jokic because of his playing style. Jeff Green, 12 points in all. Aaron Gordon, 12 points, 2 assists, 1 steal, 1 dunk on the way. Monte Morris, 8 points, 4 assists. Michael Porter Jr., 6 points, 2 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals. And that pretty much wraps it up for Denver. Portland side, 26 points for Damian Lillard, 2 assists on the day, had 1 dunk, 6 for 8 from the 3-point arc. Anthony Simons, 15 points, 1 rebound, 3 assists. That wraps it up. Thanks for watching. We'll see you